12 common habits after 60 could be quietly cutting your life short, but you won't hear this in most advice videos. One of them ruined Helen's lungs before she even knew something was wrong. This isn't fear, it's protection. If even one of these habits sounds familiar, it might be the wake-up call your body and mind have been waiting for. This is Elder's Nest. Subscribe now, and let's walk through this journey together. Let's start with the first quiet mistake many older adults don't notice: ignoring your body's whispers. Your body speaks in small ways before it screams in big ones. It starts with a stiffness in the knees when getting up from the couch, a strange fatigue that settles in the afternoons. Maybe your heartbeat skips now and then, or you find yourself catching your breath during simple chores. These aren't just signs of aging. Many older adults ignore these signals, chalking them up to being just tired or getting old. But these small whispers can be the first alert of something deeper: high blood pressure, early heart disease, thyroid imbalance, or chronic inflammation. Waiting until these symptoms grow louder only makes treatment harder and recovery slower. One of our subscribers, Helen, said, "I ignored my shortness of breath until I couldn't make it across my garden. It turned out to be early heart failure. If I'd listened sooner, I could have gotten help faster." Your body is your oldest friend. Listen to it. The second thing to avoid: sitting for most of the day. In retirement or later stages of life, it's easy to fall into a slower rhythm. A few hours in the chair reading, a few more watching the news, then dinner and more time on the sofa. Days can blur into routines where the body barely moves. But the human body wasn't designed for stillness. Long periods of sitting cause blood flow to slow, weaken muscles, and reduce joint flexibility. Over time, this leads to poor balance, slower metabolism, and even cognitive decline. The scary part? You might feel fine until a sudden fall or health scare reveals the hidden damage. Movement doesn't mean marathons. It means standing up every hour. It means walking to the gate, stretching your arms, dancing in your living room. Every bit helps. The third thing to avoid: bottling up your emotions. Many older adults come from a generation that valued emotional strength, which often meant silence. Don't complain, don't cry, don't talk about stress. But holding it all in takes a toll that goes deeper than people realize. Chronic emotional suppression can lead to anxiety, high blood pressure, insomnia, and even memory problems. Emotional energy doesn't disappear. It finds another place to land, often inside the body. That tightness in your chest, those sleepless nights or frequent headaches could be unspoken feelings trying to get out. Emotions are not weakness, they're messages. Talking to a trusted friend, journaling, or even sitting quietly and acknowledging how you truly feel can be the first step toward healing. Aging isn't about silence, it's about freedom, and that includes emotional freedom. The fourth thing to avoid: eating like you're still 35. Our digestive systems change with age. The way we process sugar, fat, and salt changes, but many still eat like they did decades ago. Heavy meals, sweet snacks, processed treats. The body may no longer handle these well, and it responds in subtle, damaging ways. What used to be a harmless sweet tooth can now increase the risk of diabetes, joint pain, or blood sugar crashes that affect mood and energy. Salty foods may now push your blood pressure higher. Even large portions, once harmless, may now strain your stomach or trigger acid reflux. Adapting your meals is a quiet act of love, not restriction. You're not giving up your favorites. You're upgrading your choices to match the wisdom of your years. The fifth thing older adults should avoid: skipping regular health screenings. Many older adults avoid going to the doctor unless something feels obviously wrong. But what if your body is developing issues quietly, without loud symptoms? That's what makes skipping health screenings so dangerous. The real harm often happens in silence. As we age, conditions like high blood pressure, diabetes, glaucoma, or even early-stage cancer can build quietly over months, even years. You might feel fine, but underneath, your organs could be working overtime. That's the thing about aging. The body doesn't always shout, it whispers. And if you're not checking in regularly, you might miss those whispers until they become screams. Too often, people say, "I'll go next month," or "I'm too busy," or even worse, "I'm afraid of what they'll find." But here's a truth many don't hear enough. Knowledge is power. Finding something early doesn't make you weak. It makes you strong. It gives you a chance to act, to adjust, to live longer and better. A checkup isn't just about finding problems. It's about understanding your body and protecting your future. Avoid skipping your checkups. Your health deserves attention before it demands it. The sixth thing older adults should avoid: comparing themselves to their younger selves. This one is quiet, but it steals joy daily. Many older adults find themselves saying things like, "I used to be able to do this easily," or "I didn't need help before," or "My memory never used to slip like this." And while it might seem harmless, this constant comparison creates a feeling of failure that doesn't belong. Aging isn't about losing worth, it's about gaining wisdom. But when you hold yourself to the standards of your 30s or 40s, you ignore the reality that your body and mind have evolved. You're not supposed to be the same, and that's okay. Imagine telling a tree in autumn that it's failing because its leaves are falling. No, that's part of its season. And your season right now deserves love, not judgment. Some people stay stuck in this mindset for years, robbing themselves of peace and beauty. They focus on what they can't do instead of cherishing what they can. They miss out on walks, on slow mornings, on laughter over tea, because they feel they're not who they used to be. Avoid comparing your current self to your younger self. You're not less, you're simply different, and in many ways, deeper and wiser. The seventh thing older adults should avoid: bottling up emotions. This is one of the most hidden dangers of aging, and one of the most painful. For decades, many adults were raised with the idea that emotions should be managed by being kept inside. Tears were a sign of weakness. Talking about pain was being dramatic. And so many older adults still carry wounds they never speak of: grief, guilt, fear, even trauma. But the truth is, emotions that don't leave the body become illness. Bottled up feelings don't disappear. They just settle in the chest, the joints, the stomach. They weigh down the soul and age the body faster than years ever could. You don't have to share with the world, but you deserve someone, a friend, a therapist, a journal, a safe space, where your truth can exist without judgment, where your story can breathe. Some of the most vibrant older adults are not those who avoided pain, but those who faced it, spoke it, and let it go. Avoid bottling things up. Your heart was meant to carry love, not unspoken pain. The eighth thing older adults should avoid: neglecting hydration. It sounds so basic. Drink water. But for many older adults, dehydration becomes a silent health hazard, and it happens more easily than people realize. As we age, our sense of thirst diminishes. That means you might not feel thirsty even when your body desperately needs water. Add in medications, changing kidney function, or simply forgetting, and suddenly dehydration becomes a daily threat. The effects are subtle but serious: headaches, low energy, poor digestion, dizziness, even confusion. Some people get misdiagnosed with memory issues or fatigue when the real issue is that they simply haven't had enough water. And no, coffee, soda, or juice don't count. You need real water to clean out your system, hydrate your cells, and support your heart, joints, and brain. Think of water like oil in an engine. Without it, everything works harder and wears down faster. Avoid neglecting hydration. Make drinking water a gentle, loving habit. Your whole body depends on it. The ninth thing older adults should avoid: holding on to toxic relationships. Not every friendship is worth saving. Not every family tie must be kept if it drains you. And yet, many older adults hold on to toxic relationships simply because of time. We've known each other for years. Or, but he's still my brother. Toxic relationships, the kind that manipulate, criticize, belittle, or drain you become even more damaging with age. Why? Because your emotional energy is more precious now. Your peace is more valuable, and your time is more limited. Holding on to someone who makes you feel small, steals days from your life, you'll never get back. You don't have to start a war. You don't need to explain. Sometimes stepping back quietly is the bravest act of self-love. Avoid staying in relationships that cost you more peace than they give you joy. The 10th thing, older. Adults should avoid. Living without routine or purpose. Retirement often removes structure. No more alarms, no deadlines, no pressure. And while that sounds freeing at first, it can quickly turn into emotional drift. Humans, especially in later years, still need purpose, still need rhythm, still need something to wake up for. Without it, many fall into a cycle. Sleep late, eat without intention, go through the motions, and feel increasingly numb. Depression creeps in quietly this way. Having a routine isn't about being strict. It's about meaning. Maybe it's a morning walk, a journal, volunteering, watering plants, calling a friend every Thursday, reading a new book every month. Avoid drifting through your days. Give your time shape and your soul something to hold on to. The 11th thing, older adults should avoid. Over-medicating without reevaluation. Over time, medications pile up. Pain pills, blood pressure meds, sleep aids, supplements. Many older adults take 5 to 10 pills a day, sometimes prescribed years ago. And here's the problem. Bodies change, but prescriptions often don't. What helped at 55 might harm at 70. Drug interactions can affect memory, mood, sleep, digestion, and even your balance. But because these changes are subtle, they're often blamed on aging, not on medication. Every 6 to 12 months, your prescription should be reviewed by someone willing to ask, is this still necessary? Is this still helping? Avoid taking pills on autopilot. Make your medications earn their place in your routine. The 12th thing, older adults should avoid. Forgetting to celebrate themselves. This one matters most. So many older adults have spent their lives pouring into others. Children, work, community, church, marriage. They've given and given and given and forgotten how to see themselves. But now is the time to be celebrated. Not for what you've done, but for who you are. You've made it through decades of storms. You've grown. You've learned. You're still standing. That alone is worth a toast. Don't wait for someone else to praise you. Celebrate your own birthday. Buy your own flowers. Hang up your own artwork. Wear colors you love. Dance in the kitchen. Laugh at your own jokes. Avoid thinking your best days are behind you. The truth? They're standing right beside you, waiting to be lived. You've just learned 12 quiet things that might be holding you back from a more peaceful, joyful, and meaningful life after 60. Let this be your reminder. Growing older isn't about fading, it's about refining. It's not about giving things up. It's about letting go of what no longer serves you so you can finally live lighter. And if you've seen even one thing on this list that sounds familiar, it's not too late. One change, one choice, one gentle shift can give you years of better living. Like this video, if even one point helped you see something more clearly, it tells YouTube to show this to more people who need it. Subscribe for weekly videos that gently guide you into your next chapter with wisdom, grace, and community. Check the description below for a link to our Medium blog, our email address to send your story, and today's 5 recommended products that can support your well-being. We've listed a few wellness tools we love in the description. Memory journals, calming teas, stretch bands, and more. They help support this channel, and they might support your next chapter too. You're not alone. Thanks for spending time with us. We'll see you in the next one.